really is a good liar. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if he hadn't told anybody and that hadn't come out, oh my God, his game would be up there. But he messed up. And so I'm hoping that, again, whoever has the AI advantage, they just be quiet, go under the radar. Now, everybody trying to pretend like they don't have it, you know, at some point people can read you. Right. And so they might, but even them guessing, they still don't know. Now, here's something else that's interesting about this season. A lot of people get lies pinned on them, and it's amazing to me how, but this is what happened to me last year. Everybody believes the lie.
Yeah.
So when you are telling the truth, people don't even believe you, and you just wonder, you know, who was Tucker calling? He thought that Quinn. He thought Quinn was lying when Quinn said, "I didn't throw your clothes on the floor."
Right. Right.
And so it's amazing to me how now they should have been able to figure out that was Brooklyn all along. They should have been able to figure that out.
Yeah.
Just because of whose stuff she threw on the floor.
Yeah, Chelsea's is just untouched.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, come on, you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been an interesting season, though. A really interesting season.
Oh my gosh, to say the least. Who's playing the best game? At this point, it's only 5 weeks.
At this point, right.
Feels like it's been forever.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of people in a lot of different ways. I have to say, I think Tucker is playing somewhat of a good game. If he could just bring it down a notch and not be so arrogant, I think he could actually go all the way to the end. I think that I thought Chelsea was playing a good game until they decided that she needed to be a target.
Mm-hmm.
I think that actually I think that T-Core and Chemo, but I gotta kind of knock Chemo down a notch because Chemo keeps getting in his feelings.
Yeah.
I need to get, you know, he gets his feelings hurt too easy. And that's why I think T-Core is playing the best game right now. T-Core and Joseph, even though I don't like Joseph's game, I think Joseph is still playing a smart game in that, you know, ain't nobody calling out his name.
No.
And actually nobody's calling out T-Core's name right now either.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you with those two. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the Hide and Go Veto episode?
I saw the Hide and Go. That's what I'm saying, when they tore up the house.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm so happy they brought that back.
I saw that and I said, you know, while we were in the house, in fact, I was talking to my husband last night and I said, I am so glad they did not play that last year. I said, they probably said, we got Serene and Felicia in the house. We can't do that.
They did not. No. And I said that too. I said,
we would have been furious, and that would have, They said, no, we can't play that with these two in the house because they ain't going to appreciate this one. They,
No.
It's like, thank you, production, for not doing that one last year.
I still want to see it. I still wish we had seen it. That was
yes. Oh my God. Right. Oh my God. I'm looking at this awesome Aubrey and Mickey Joe, and I'm just giving some shout outs to people out there, Elena, Gavin, all you guys that are watching us. Now, I know all y'all know Miss Stephanie BB. Go ahead, girl. Show your stuff. She's fabulous. She does beautiful updates and videos and all of that stuff out there. Put your thing in there right now so they can see it. Can they see it?
Where? Yeah.
I don't know. Can you type where they can see your something? You know, I don't know. I'm looking. I see mine, but I don't see you. It says BB Steph. BB _Steph. There you go. I'm so crazy.
I love you. You're
Somebody
awesome.
says follow both of y'all, and that's Jennifer Grimes. Thank you, Jennifer.
Follow Felicia. She's from Big Brother 25. If you don't know, like, you're crazy. You should know that. If you're on this live, hello.
Hello.
Have you spoken to any of the evicted house guests? I don't know if like you've connected with them or not.
I haven't yet, and I said that within the next couple of days, I want to try to reach out to Matt because he's here in Georgia. He's not far from me at all. In fact, Matty Ice and his mom and them, where they were here, well, the next day Matt went and hung out with Matt. And so I'm going to try to, the next time Matt comes in town, have the three of us get together. Yeah. And then, of course, T-Core is from Atlanta, so when she comes out the house, I'm jumping on that one. I know, I see this chicken. Who's putting the chicken on my head?
Oh
Who's calling me a chicken head?
I saw that visit with Matt. That was cute that he came to visit you.
Yes. And so let's see. I haven't talked to and I know when people first come out, they need a little bit of space and they need to, breathe. So, and I've seen all of them go live, Lisa and Kenny. And so I said I was going to wait about a month and let them just breathe. Yeah. And then I'm going to try to reach out to them and get each one of them live and go live before the season is over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Just knowing how I felt when I came out, and it's a lot, and just kind of regrouping and coming back in to your normal life. It's a lot, and everybody's trying to snatch at you. So I said, I'll wait a few weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Especially you were there to the very end.
Yes. That's really a lot, because you come out and it takes a while to just regroup, and you want to just sit in a room by yourself and not even talk.
I bet.
And even with people that were in there, now they're in week 5. People don't realize how truly exhausting it is to be under cameras 24/7, have to be conscientious of that all day, every day. And the emotional drain that it is just trying to figure out every conversation and what's real and what isn't, and who to trust and who not to trust. It really is. This isn't a game for just anybody. So, a lot of people say, oh, I'd love to get in there and I know I could be good. And a lot of people can. But if you've got a weak, if you have any insecurities and whispering and thinking people might be talking about you, don't go in the house, because it will tear you down with a quickness. Yeah. You really do have to have a strong demeanor and a good something to be able to just roll stuff off your shoulders, or you'll find yourself an emotional wreck in there.
Yeah.
You really
I applaud people who really can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be a people person, because you have to be able to just relate to people. You can't come in the house and think that you can sit over in the corner and not talk to people. It won't work.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't remember who did that. Oh, you know who did that actually? Michael from BB24. For a little while, but he put himself in the room, but he wouldn't say much. Right. Eventually, he got kind of noticed with Joseph.
Joseph gets in the room a lot, but he isn't doing a lot of talking.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that Chemo kind of does that too. He has a certain group of people that he talks to, but aside from that, he doesn't do a lot of talking, and neither does Mackenzie. She puts herself in the room, but she doesn't do a lot of conversating, and she's waiting for people she doesn't do a lot of meaningful conversating. In other words, people have to here's what I say. You have to be willing to listen to people so that you learn something about them, so you can figure out what your connection to them is. Because I believe that everybody has something they can connect to somebody with if you listen to them long enough.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to figure out. How do I connect with this person? And your connection with each person is going to be different, because what connects you will be different.
Right.
But if they can figure that piece out, and I think that's probably Mackenzie's problem. Chelsea's a different character too. And I've heard a lot of them in the live feeds where they're saying they think that they really like her because they think she's so genuine and so this and so that. And Chelsea actually seems faker to me than a lot of them in the house. But that's just my perception. And this is only gameplay. I'm not talking about her as a real life person outside of the house. But she seems to be trying to just do whatever it takes to stay in the room. She doesn't feed anybody a whole lot of information. She just listens and passes it on. And she listens to see how she can benefit her game.
Yeah.
But she doesn't feed a whole lot of relevant information. So I haven't figured out her true gameplay either.
Yeah, I know a lot of them are hiding back. There's been so many personalities that we haven't seen much of them.
Yes.
Which is wild.
Yes.
What I want to ask you. Oh, the showmance of the season. What do you think of Tubina?
All right.
Tubina.
I actually think it's a cute relationship, and I think I'm not sure why they're trying to act like they're not.
I know.
Liking each other, because everybody can see. You can't hide that kind of something. So just go all in.
Right.
You're already there now, so just go all in.
And they all know it, and that they were just caught. Leah just was spreading a rumor, not a rumor because it's true, that they were holding hands under the blanket. She like went from Joseph to Brooklyn.
Right. But it's so it's like that, right. So just go all in. Everybody knows it's a showmance, and so just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have to think. Now again, they're all thinking, I came in here for the $750,000. You're either going to get it or you're not, and so you got to think past the house. This is why I laugh at Chelsea too, because Chelsea came in. No, so this is just Mama Fee's theory. I think initially she liked Matt until she realized Matt liked Mackenzie, and then I think I see your beard and hat.
Thank you.
Oh, that was
Thank you, Michael.
cute. I think after that, then I think she liked. So it was Matt, and then I think she actually really liked Cam, but she wasn't sure what she wanted to do with that. No, actually, she liked Tucker, but she realized that she wasn't getting any feedback from Tucker.
Right.
And then she started realizing that, there might be something there with Rubina. Then she wanted to mess with Cam, but Cam realized that, no, we can't do this. So she realized that wasn't going anywhere. I think she kind of had a quasi with Cam. And then she knows that Quinn likes her, but she had no attraction to Quinn.
Okay.
And so, but I think her whole MO, because if you remember her, I want to say in her audition video and all of that, she said that she was going to work towards her charm and her sexuality, and she was just going to flirt with everybody, and she thought that was going to be her way through the house, and that didn't work for her. And so I think now her trying to figure out how can she land where she doesn't use that because she doesn't have anybody to use it on, and I think that's her something.
Okay.
Yeah. I see somebody saying, yep, Quinn liked her, and I think Cam likes her too, but actually now Cam is into Chelsea. Cam and Chelsea have this silent thing going on that nobody has picked up on yet.
I know, and even I'm like, girl, she's sitting there showing his underwear and his socks to the camera, and like, it doesn't.
Yes.
He's like one of those kids that like the little boys that like pick on you and they like you.
Yes. Yeah, I think they on the outside are going to try to. Well, they already said they're going to try to do a hookup. Yes, and as far as Cam being boring, yes, he is. I'm not sure what Cam's MO was coming in the house, because Cam is one who truly has he has shown you the least of him out of everybody in the house.
He's so unbothered about being up there right now.
He's unbothered. He's one who hardly says anything, does anything. He keeps talking about how he's such a threat, but he hadn't done anything. It's like, Cam, what are you doing? He had a lot of followers before he went in, so I'm sure that's why they brought him in, but he has shown no personality at all.
No.
So it's hard to even gravitate to him because he's not giving you anything. And he's probably is a fantastic young man, lots of personality, but he ain't showing you nothing in now.
No.
And that was the same with Kenny. Kenny got in there and he just didn't give you nothing.
Kenny. Man,
yeah,
I'm so
bad for
disappointed with Kenny.
I feel bad for Kenny. It's like, Kenny. Now, he might be the first one that I call outside the house, actually. Kenny. I don't know, for some reason, I'd like to talk to Kenny to just get in his head and just say, what were you doing?
His wife, everybody's like, his wife should have been on.
Yeah.
Damn, I would have been so mad.
Him to get on, and he went on, and he didn't do nothing. You should have sent your wife in.
He made a video, and they were in the car, and she was in the passenger seat or wherever she was, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my wife was saying I did everything wrong. I didn't do this. I didn't make alliances." And then she's sitting right there.
Right.
At least she's real.
So who do you think is going to get? Okay, so I'm gonna ask this to you guys watching too. Who do you think is going to get America fan favorite?
Oh yeah, AFP. Well, who's going to get AFP? Oh my God, it's really still between Angela and Tucker for me. I think more Tucker. I think more Tucker.
I think so too. I think
now.
Already. Somebody said Cedric. I really liked Cedric.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was so genuine, and he's such a nice young man. And I really wanted his game to go further.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted his game to go further. It's funny because I hear the house guests saying they think they're going to have a battle back. No, I don't think so.
No, not with them at least.
No, there's not going to be a battle back. No. If they do, it'll be later on in the season if Tucker goes out trying to figure out how to bring him back.
They will. He'll be like begging for it, and they'll be like, "All right," they'll make a way for it. Just kidding, production. We love you.
Yes. So how do you like the way the actual season seems to be laying itself out? They're 11 days shorter than us, and so that makes me believe that's that battle back week for one, where they brought people back twice. I think that's what's going to take care of those 11 days.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have 2 double evictions.
I think there'll be 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope not a triple. If they do that again, I'll be so upset. But no.
Yeah.
This season, oh my God, it's crazy that it just really just started. And the wall seemed very early too. I'm like, oh wow, the
wall was extremely early. I wasn't I mean, we were in like week 8, I think. Somebody said week 4 or 5. No, because when we did the wall, it was, let's see, America, Mimi, me, Matt, Bowie J, Corey, Blue, Sari, Jared, and Cameron. And Cameron wasn't even on the wall because he was the host.
Oh yeah.
So I think there was only 8 of us on the wall. So they did this wall really early.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I was surprised at that. And they only lasted 40-something minutes.
No, 31, Felicia. 31.
Was it 31? Oh my God, we're getting cheesier and cheesier.
It's so bad. I don't remember how long yours was, but it wasn't that short.
No, and actually I think ours was the one that was only 40-something minutes. But here's what I will say. It seems a whole lot longer than there. When you're up there on that wall, when they bring that thing down at almost a 45-degree angle, oh, that is brutal. It is brutal.
That's when they all fell, was when they were hanging like that. So.
Yes, yeah. And then they're slinging all that stuff all over you, and then you're cold because now your clothes are all wet. It's a mess. So it is way harder than it looks. I'm just going to say that out loud. It really is. It's way harder than it looks.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
So they were just talking about voting scenarios. What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to truly win tonight's AI comp? In your opinion? It really depends. The games have been so good.
It depends on the game. It really does depend on the game. Wow. I'll be honest. I'm actually hoping it's Chelsea, and I can't tell you why, but I just want it to be Chelsea.
Okay, yeah.
And I do believe actually, honestly, a part of me wants to see Brooklyn and Chelsea and Cam go, because Cam just doesn't seem to have any game. And I guess if I want somebody to stay, it's the ones that are really playing to win.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'd like to see, and I won't say I'd like to see Cam, but if I had to say the 2 that are most deserving to stay are Brooklyn and Chelsea, because they're playing hard. I just think Cam isn't doing enough to make you say we should keep you. Mm-hmm. And that may be why they leave him, because they think that he's not a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying Brooklyn. They want Brooklyn to win because they want all the drama. They want that flip.
And that will be drama. And then but I do think though that would be good for Chelsea, because I think if it's Chelsea and Cam's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think because Tucker wants Chelsea gone.
I know.
And I'm not sure why he got so hung up. You know, it's amazing to me again how these guys that are in alliances get mad when they find out that somebody's in alliance. So I got to get rid of that alliance. Well, you got an alliance. What?
I know.
What? Of course people have alliances.
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to do. So it's, yeah. It's funny. Somebody says, I like Cam and Chelsea. I just wish they did more. Right. Yeah, see, the negative is if Cam goes, then Chelsea and him can't try to see where that relationship might go. But I don't think they're going to do anything with it anyway, because they're trying so hard to keep it under wraps. So I don't think it's going to happen until after they get out the house anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah. You know, I don't know how, when I sit back now and I watch these shows and I say, how have they lasted 26 seasons? How do you keep reinventing this show where it stays on all this time?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Survivor is like going on 50.
Yeah. Well, but then you got to remember they do twice a year.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it. Yeah, I was actually watching. There's a new show on now. So for everybody out there, there's a new show on now called The Anonymous, and Xavier is on it, and I'm watching that one. and Sandra's daughter is in there.
Yes,
Nina.
I just found that out.
Yes, Nina, I'm giving a shout out. I don't know if you at home or in the house, wherever, but I said, oh, somebody wants you to have that cowboy hat and that mustache.
You know? You do.
So I said, oh, I like this show. There's so many shows out there that I want to get on and play. Oh my God, I would love to do that one. The Traders, The Circle, The Mole. Oh, I would love to do all of those. Yeah. I don't know if there's, yeah. I still got my faith of a mustard seed. I want y'all to know. Now, that's the one thing I do love about Mackenzie and Chelsea, too, though. I love the fact that they're staying spiritually sound, and I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that might be my connection to Chelsea.
Yeah, I can tell you like her a lot.
I like Chelsea, and initially I kind of questioned her, too. I was like, but I don't know. I've drawn to her. I've drawn to Chelsea. Yeah, I think that's probably it. That's probably why.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Felicia, I don't want to kick you off, but we have the show soon.
Yes.
Are you watching it tonight?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not missing a night because I'm curious. I want to see how this AI plays out, and I want to see who ends up head of household. And I'm hoping they have they had a live HOH yet this season? I don't think they've had a live HOH yet.
No, well, the wall, but we didn't even really see who won. They cut the feeds off.
They cut the feeds. And that's when I say live, in other words, it hasn't played out on the show.
No.
So it's like, okay, when are y'all going to do a live HOH so that we can actually know before the show goes off? I don't want to have to wait up 2 hours to watch the HOH competition. I want to see it tonight.
That's what I'm saying. I know. They're not doing all these things they used to do. And you know what they haven't brought back? The GoPro. Not that I miss it or anything, but like the little things they would do in the house, the GoPro, that's not there.
Yes. They haven't brought, even a lot of the, I don't know who this is trying to get in. I'm declining you. Sorry, boo. But the things when they would go up and they would have to, it would be like powers that they would get when they'd go in the room and they'd spin the wheel and somebody would get a power, those kind of powers. Yes. I want to see something like that.
Same.
I want to see something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to think what other competitions I want to see them do buddy ball again. I want to see them outside spinning in that chair and see how I want to see Angela in buddy ball.
Oh my God. But you remember the first comp? That was kind of like it. They were sitting in the thing and they got up.
Yeah, actually, I guess that was, so they aren't going to do another one like that then. Because that was their version of that. And that was not like the one we did outside.
No, it was so hot that day. I remember
it was like 95, 98 degrees and that spinning, that was brutal. So that's why they shifted it. They probably won't do that again because they realized how dangerous that was. We were all out there like dehydrating.
Yeah, and you fell a bunch and I was like, oh, Felicia.
I fell every time I got up. My hands were bruised. My legs were bruised. I was toe up after that. Toe up from the floor up.
Oh my God. That was terrible.
So tell me, Stephanie, would you ever do Big Brother?
It's like I would, but I have 2 kids. So it's like, I don't want these fans to come at me.
Girl, you got to forget about all of that. Your kids would applaud you. And I think they would. You would be surprised if you just go in and do you. I don't think that, just from what I know of you, I don't think you would get a lot of negative commentary. And what you do is, how old are your kids?
They're young, like 7 and 4.
Oh, so they're so young it won't even matter. They won't be on social media where they're going to see that kind of stuff anyway. My son, Jair, was at the time, 24? And so I told him, I said, Jair, whatever you do, please do not, I don't care what you see. Don't go in there responding to stuff feeling like you need to, protect me. I said, don't do that. I said, it's social media, just let it go. And he said, Mom, you don't know how many times I got mad. He said, he said, but I just remembered what you said. And I just said, okay, go silent. I said, thank you. Don't respond. Don't respond.
I remember you said that to me recently too when I was dealing with people on Twitter. You're like, just don't respond. I'm like, you know what? Felicia's right.
It's like this past week, somebody called me a racist. Somebody said I was prejudiced because of that thing that I put out there. And it's like, do you see what I see? Well, I'm like, okay, if they thought I said, Brooklyn ain't black. And I said, look at the nominees that are up here. I said, so why did somebody make that comment? And I just said, stop it.
Yeah.
People are so mean and brutal. It is just, it's shameful.
For no reason. They just love to do it.
For no reason. It's crazy. And that's why I say, I love you fans, love you guys to death. But you have to remember that at the end of the day, these are still people with real lives. They got to go home. They have to readjust. And just because we go live on these reality TV shows, don't mean that you get to say anything to us. No. So you got to stop. You got to think about, how would you feel if somebody attacked you over one comment? Stop it.
They're literally just people playing.
They're just people. And we land in there, and yes, it opens the door for opportunity, but at the end of the day, we are just people living our lives just like you.
Yep.
Smooch is Mama Fee. That's my what I want to say. That's my theory for the day. That's just my words of wisdom. That's my words of wisdom for the day.
I love it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Miss Stephanie, thank you.
Thank you, Felicia.
I appreciated it. And we can do this again one day.
Yes.
And loving it. The show goes live in about 23 minutes.
Yeah. Everybody get ready. Thank you, Felicia, so much.
You guys have a wonderful night.
Bye.
Talk soon.